It's 3 o'clock, June 6, 2023, meeting of the Greater Dayton RTA Board of Trustees is hereby called. Would everyone please stand and I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we'll go ahead and call a roll while John is making his way to the chair.
Ms. Pearson.
Present.
Ms. Hurd.
Here.
Mr. Lockton.
Present.
Ms. White. Lauren Hayes.
Present.
Ms. Valentin.
Present.
Present. Mr. Wexler.
Present.
And Mr. Whitson. We do have a quorum.
And conduct business. We're now at item 4, approval of the consent agenda.
Well, thank you, Ms. Hurd. I appreciate that as Salem Avenue beat me to death trying to get down here. We're on item number 4. The Greater Dayton RTA by law is required that the board approve today's board meeting agenda. The agenda was mailed to everyone in advance of today's meeting. Are there any requests for changes or anything to the agenda? With no changes, I would declare the agenda approved. Moving on to number 5, the approval of the May 2nd, 2023 board meeting minutes. The meeting minutes were delivered to everyone on the board prior to today's meeting. Are there any requests for any changes or amendments to the meeting? To the meeting minutes? Since there are none, I will declare approval of the minutes as presented. We'll now move on to committee reports. Finance Personnel Committee, Ms. Matthew Stinson.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees met for a jointly held meeting on May 16th, and as a result, the Finance Personnel Committee is recommending 4 action items for the board's consideration. Action item number 2, as-needed electrical services. At our meeting, Mrs. Hoffman explained Greater Dayton RTA requires qualified contractors for as-needed electrical services. Successful contractors will provide electrical services for RTA facilities and properties, will support upcoming projects, and provide emergency services anywhere needed. The award will be made to 2 contractors to ensure adequate as-needed services. This procurement is consistent with RTA's core value of safety, stewardship, and quality service as we demonstrate our commitment to maintaining our facilities in a state of good repair and making our customers a priority. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve a contract award to Calvin Electric and Chapel Electric Company, LLC, doing business as Castle Electric, for 3 years of as-needed electrical services for a project total of up to $1,158,000 and 2 option years for a project total of up to $772,000 for a total of up to $1,930,000 for as-needed electrical services over the 5-year period. Work will be assigned to the individual firms based on availability, specialization, and job price. Annual blanket purchase orders will be maintained with each firm for routine jobs, and other work will be handled with additions to the blankets or through standard purchase orders. A 15% contingency of $289,500 will be included for a total of up to $2,219,500. Total spending may be less based on actual need. This procurement will be partially funded through federal grant funds where applicable and under operating funds.
I'll second.
It's been properly moved and second that action item number 2, as needed electrical services, be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 2 is approved.
Thank you very much. Action item number 3, video storage appliances and installation. Mr. Polson explained the purpose of this procurement is for RTA to contract with a vendor for the purchase of the Cisco chassis and NetApp storage appliances and installation. These storage appliances are required to process and store copies of the videos from all of RTA's revenue vehicles and facility cameras. This project is consistent with RTA's core values of safety and stewardship by ensuring proper storage, maintenance, and protection of the copies of the videos that assist RTA employees with the safety and security of our customers, facilities, and employees. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve a contract award to CDW Government LLC for the purchase of video storage appliances and installation in the amount of $1,523,708. This procurement is partially funded by federal grant funds.
I'll second.
It's been properly moved and second that action item number 3, video storage appliances and installation, be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 3 is approved.
Thank you very much. Action item number 4, cameras, licenses, and recorders. Mr. Polson explained the purpose of this procurement is to purchase cameras, storage cards, mobile recorders, and software licenses as a pilot program for the 103 new vehicles RTA is receiving this year. Each vehicle will get 1 mobile recorder rated for harsh mobile environments, 2 fixed external rated cameras, and 6 fixed internal rated cameras. Each camera will get 1 64-gigabyte SD card. RTA will also purchase 14 spare external cameras, 42 spare internal cameras, 56 spare SD cards, and 7 spare recorders. This project is consistent with RTA's core value of safety by ensuring that the required equipment provides the information RTA needs to keep our customers and employees safe. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve a contract award to GDRTA Technologies for items numbers 1 through 3 in the amount of $437,624, and to Moss Audio for items number 4 through 5 in the amount of $881,263 for a total award of $1,318,887. This procurement will be partially funded with federal funds.
I'll second.
Been properly moved and second that action item number 4, camera licenses and recorders, be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 4 is approved.
Thank you. Action item number 5, removal and installation of mobile electronic equipment for RTA vehicles. Mr. Brown explained RTA requires the removal and installation of mobile electronic equipment for a fleet of approximately 315 vehicles that use some form of mobile electronic equipment. RTA has approximately 140 diesel buses, 45 electric trolleys, 75 paratransit vehicles, and 55 non-revenue support vehicles. This contract shall also include the repair of RTA's mobile electronic equipment that may arise during the removal and installation work, or if RTA staff is unable to make necessary repairs. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance and Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve a contract award to Black Bear Radio, Inc. for the removal and installation of mobile electronic equipment in RTA vehicles in the amount of $319,968 for year one, $0 for year two, and $136,450 for year three, for a three-year total of $418. The committee also recommends that a contingency amount for hourly maintenance work be awarded in the amount of $21,200 for year one, $21,800 for year two, and $21,800 for year three, totaling $64,800, resulting in a grand total award of $521,218. Removal and installation of mobile electronic equipment for RTA vehicles is included in the maintenance budget.
A second.
It's been properly moved and second that action item number 5, removal and installation of mobile electronic equipment for RTA vehicles, be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 5 is approved.
Thank you very much. The only other item included in this report is the March 2023 financial report, as well as small purchases information has been included in today's board package. This concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews Stinson. Keeping things moving along, we will go to Planning Committee. Mr. Weckeser.
Thank you. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees met for a jointly held meeting on May 16th, and as a result, the Planning Committee is recommending 2 action items for the board's consideration. Action item number 6, Title VI Analysis, Approval, and Multi-Year Service Plan Adoption. Mr. Owens explained that to prepare for the future, the RTA has developed and is recommending for adoption a phased multi-year service plan for implementation. In addition, the RTA is recommending for approval a supporting Title VI analysis of the plan. The plan includes an increase of existing services, adjustments of existing services, creation of new services, and the discontinuation of existing services. RTA's plan modernizes the existing transportation network, increasing access to new and existing economic development. Prior to making this recommendation, RTA released and shared with the public the proposed service plans over the span of several months. Feedback from the public was collected through in-person meetings and a virtual meeting over Facebook Live. RTA included all responses received within the included Title VI analysis. The RTA received over 70 public comments. In addition, RTA engaged with over 20 jurisdictions throughout the county, ensuring the plans aligned where possible with economic and residential development. In addition to the multi-year service plan, RTA is recommending that should any opportunities arise to create additional services other than those referenced in the plan, that a temporary service period of no more than 1 year be executed if it does not impact the current approved budget. If the temporary service is deemed successful, RTA will present those individual service plans for board approval. Details of the multi-year service plan are found within Attachment A, and the complete Title VI analysis is within Attachment B. Based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to approve the attached Title VI analysis and adoption of the attached multi-year service plan. Furthermore, that the CEO is authorized to carry out all actions necessary to make these changes. All aspects of the plan will be implemented in phases based on driver availability, approved budget levels, and demand/utilization of service.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that action item number 6, Title VI Analysis, Approval, and Multi-Year Service Plan Adoption be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 6 is approved.
Action item number 7, Neo Ride Resolution number 2023-6-1. Mr. Rosinski explained that the purpose of this action item is to approve a resolution allowing RTA to join as a member of Neo Ride. Established as a council of governments under Ohio law and formed in 2014, the purpose of Neo Ride is to plan, promote, and enhance transportation options within the jurisdiction of its over 15 members across the states of Ohio, Kentucky, and Michigan. By RTA joining Neo Ride, we will be part of the conversations that have a potential impact to our customers and state of Ohio transportation. This also provides an opportunity for cost savings by engaging in joint procurements with Neo Ride member agencies. In addition, this membership with Neo Ride allows RTA to use many of their programs, activities, and services. There are opportunities for networking, professional development opportunities, workshops, and seminars. Access to online resources is also available. The annual dues for RTA to be a member of Neo Ride is $8,000, and that rate is based on ridership levels. Neo Ride will provide a prorated amount of $4,000 for 2023. Based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to approve the attached Neo Ride Resolution number 2023-6-1.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that action item number 7, resolution number 2023-6-1, Neo Ride membership be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 7 is approved.
At the committee meeting, Mr. Owens also provided a summary document of recent activities in the Customer and Business Development Department. Mr. Owens shared that there were no updates to make on ridership or service changes. That concludes my update.
Thank you, sir. Moving right along, Chief Executive's Officer's Report. Mr.
Thank you. I
Rosinski.
just have 3 things. There was an article today in the paper, we discussed this at a previous meeting, about the library bus that the city of Dayton is working with the library on. We did transfer the buses earlier, maybe a week ago. They're going to work on getting them wrapped. I think it goes to commission tonight for final approval. So hopefully that'll help out the situation with the library there in West Dayton. We had a really super successful hiring event where we partnered with some other agencies downstairs. We had over 200 applicants come through the doors, which is more than twice that we've had at the other ones that we've had. So we were really happy with that. And we kicked off a promotional campaign as part of our 50th anniversary for our 5310 program, which provides rides to groceries and doctor's appointments and different things, pharmacies, for the seniors and the disabled with a You Can Take a Friend free promotion. So we have ads running on network TV right now for that. And that's all I have for updates.
Thank you, sir. Moving on, do we have any old business to share?
We do, sir. I'd like to comment on the public comments from the May board meeting. Start out with Mr. Kobe commented on the funding being spent on brake parts as well as the new buses not yet in service. So rest assured that RTA maintains our fleet of buses to ensure they remain in top operating condition throughout their service life, and maintaining brakes is a key component of that. Our buses ran 5.5 million miles over the past year, and our maintenance team does a great job of ensuring they are properly maintained, including the brakes. The new buses that RTA has been receiving over the past few months are not scheduled to go into service until late this year or even early next year. The new bus market is extremely tight, with most agencies currently not able to obtain new buses for at least 30 months or more, versus a wait of 3 to 6 months pre-COVID. So things have really changed in the bus market. I saw an opportunity this last spring to get some orders placed and took it to ensure we would have our buses when we needed them later this year. I hear other transit CEOs complaining they can't even get 3 or 4 buses right now and asking how we managed to get 75 small buses and 28 large ones. I tell them we planned well. RTA operates one of the newest fleets in the transit industry, and I work diligently to ensure that we have the buses when we need them. Ms. Day commented on having to ride all over Creation on the Connect buses and about retired routes 64, 65, and 66. I will remind everybody that RTA's Connect service is a shared ride service where riders often are on the vehicle with others going to various different places. RTA meets all federal guidelines on this service. If a direct, non-shared trip is desired, there are third-party private providers which might be able to meet those desires. RTA has no plans to bring back any of the routes we have retired over the past 3 years. Ms. Miller commented on having a living wage for RTA employees, no union contract, and funds related to the contract with Dayton Public Schools being canceled. After adjustments I have made over the past few years, the entire RTA team makes a living wage, and they all receive exceptional benefits. Last year, I gave a historic 8.75% wage increase to our ATU members without a contract telling me to do so. In April of this year, I gave an additional $1 an hour, which is a minimum of $2,080 a year for everybody, without a contract telling me to do so. That represents a 6% increase for new hires. Over the past 23 years, the annual negotiated contract increases have ranged from 0 to 3% a year, with the average being 1.9% a year over the past 23 years. On the contract, we are following the prescribed process for the contract negotiations and have fact-finding scheduled for later this week. On the DPS concerns, RTA incurred significant losses on that contract that was canceled by Dayton Public Schools early and with little notice. The contract clearly spelled out the fact that the charges for the equipment were not refundable, and DPS offered no assistance to RTA in covering our cost on keeping the employees we hired for that service on the payroll after the service had been canceled. Mrs. Smothers commented on allegations that the driver for the Easy Ride services did not keep proper counts of riders by somehow not pressing the right buttons, along with money we're wasting, in her opinion, on television commercials for hiring. I will state for the record that our buses are equipped with automated passenger counters that are authorized and approved by the federal government, as well as used by most transit agencies. When we looked at the services to retire, we also pulled videos from the Easy Ride routes to verify the counts. In fact, what we found was that the counts were a little high because the automated passenger counters were counting people's carts once in a while as a person. So our ridership numbers were accurate on that. Finally, I am super proud of our hiring commercials, and we will continue our efforts on hiring, including job fairs, social media, TV commercials, and other avenues, as they all bring us applicants during these challenging employment times. And I would just like to close by passing some sad information on that a longtime customer and attendee of board meetings, Candace Woods, passed away on May 5th. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Rosinski. Our condolences. That's sad. I hate to hear that. On to new business. Is there any new business to discuss?
I have none.
All right, no new business. We will move on to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the board must speak on their own behalf. We all know that. After you are recognized to speak, you must come to the lectern if you're physically able to do so. If not, we'll bring a microphone to you. You must state your first name and address. After doing so, you'll have 3 minutes to make your comment. A yellow light will come on when you have 30 seconds remaining, and Ms. Garner will say 30 seconds. When 3 minutes are up, a red light will come on, and Ms. Gardner will say stop. At that time, you must stop talking and leave the lectern or surrender the microphone. After comments are made, the chair thanks everyone. That's me. I'm going to thank you because we appreciate your comments. I would like to reemphasize that you are to address anyone addressing the board is addressing the board, not individuals that might be here on the dais or individuals at all. You're addressing the board in its totality. That being said, we have 2 requests for public comment. First, Sandra Smothers.
Good afternoon. My name is Sandra Mae Smothers. I live at 215 McDaniel Street, apartment 207. And I am one of the seniors. We lost, as he said, we lost one of our seniors that didn't get to take. Her last words was she didn't get to take her last ride on the senior Easy Rider. We thought it would be back in service, but now we're hearing different, but we still gonna fight to get it back. and we're not going to give up because God has put it in our heads to do what we need to do. And we're going to do it because it's a shame the way we have been treated. We are seniors. We're unable-bodied, can't walk to the bus stops half the time. We need our bus. That bus was handy at the door, picking us up every week. Only took one driver to drive the whole route. And then you add on to Project Mobility, you're piling all these extra folks on there that's not certified. I had to get certified and get a statement signed by an MD doctor. And it don't make no sense. And then we don't have room sometimes to even get on the bus because we got all these uncertified folks on there. That is not right and not fair to us when we had to get certified. Those people need to get certified. You charging them $5 to ride, we pay our $3.50 to ride too, and we are taxpayers. And I have worked and paid my taxes, and I'm still paying them when I go in the store to spend my cash. So it's just a shame. But, you know, I understand y'all don't want to give us back our bus. But my point is we're going to fight with you until you give it back. So that's it. That's all. Letting you know.
Thank you, Ms. Smothers. Next comment is Mary Miller.
Yes, my name is Mary Miller. I live at 229 Colgate Avenue, Dayton, Ohio, 45417. Post-COVID is a new opportunity, and if used, it can be just that, an opportunity. COVID-19 was a short notice action thrust upon everyone. Post-COVID-19 has offered many opportunities to begin to bridge the post-pandemic actions. Stewardship of RTA by board members, CEO, executive staff, and anyone employed seems lacking, to say a lot. Development and routes are not counted accurately, even taking established routes out of service. The replacement offerings do not match the service in covering old routes at all. The Connect Network service is a $30 subsidized service, offering a $25 subsidy, giving a $5 cost for customer contribution in fare. When it ends, what will the fare be? Since RTA has not previously offered a $30 fare on any route. And as I always ask, has DPS received a refund of the $88,000 for the cameras required to serve the student riders pre-pandemic transportation agreement by both parties? Since we are always heard, but we're never answered, that remains a question. It seems you were willing to take the students prior to the pandemic, and now you're not. And that just does not seem fair, nor is it something that the county service should be stating. You should welcome students because students become adults and take jobs with people that have shown them courtesy during their young life. And RTA has been sorely lacking in showing any courtesy.
30 seconds.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. That will conclude the public comments. I would like to, there was an answer to that. Mr. Rosinski spoke directly to the contract between Dayton Public Schools and RTA and why that was not refunded, because that was in the contract. He did address that today. So I don't want you to feel like your question wasn't answered, because he directly responded to that today.
COVID-19 was a short notice to everyone, and everyone sort of adjusted. And for RTA to make no adjustment, they keep the money and then scream, "We don't want your students."
Let me correct you. No. We did not say we don't want your students. RTA did not say that. And no, he did not. And per what the contract said, regardless of COVID, There was no refund for the equipment. That is why there was no refund of that money. It was a previously agreed to upon both parties, Dayton Public Schools and RTA. And DPS canceled the contract, not the RTA. Okay. I just wanted to reemphasize that your question has been answered. Even if it's not to your satisfaction, we did address it. So moving on, do we have any board member comments? Yes, ma'am.
Just a quick comment, and that is, I noticed on the way down here that, I passed a bus that was decorated out with Englewood on it, another one with Jefferson Township, another one with Washington Township. We're pretty soon, I think we're getting the numbers high enough that we could be playing RTA bingo pretty soon. So we may want to think about that. But no, I think it really gives a great impression of people who take a look at our buses and how great they look in the area and how it's an area thing. It's not just one government agency, but we're all in this together. Thank you.
I wanted to give kudos to whoever came up with the strategic alliance concept for hiring, for bringing together businesses that would be attractive to the same audience for different reasons. And it sounds like it was pretty successful in the number of people that came down.
It really was, and that goes to our communications team and our HR team. My direction was to have a hiring event for multiple employers, and my focus was downtown employers, and they kind of flipped the script on me and said, well, why don't we have major employers or on some of our bus routes where we could take their workers to work, and I thought that it was a fabulous idea, so they ran with it, and great job.
Kudos.
I'd like to give kudos as well to RTA for partnering with the City of Dayton and other entities to ensure that students and residents and individuals are able to get to the West Dayton Library without having to cross 35. It's unsafe. It's a highly trafficked area. So thank you very much for supporting that initiative.
We were happy to do it.
I have no additional.
I have none.
All right. Moving along, is there a request for executive session?
We do just a short one to discuss labor.
Okay, so I will need a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, yeah. And you say it is
Labor negotiations.
okay. So it's been properly moved second that we go into executive session for a discussion on labor negotiations. I do want to remind everyone that we will not be conducting any official business upon returning from executive session. This time, could I have the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Mr. Fulenkamp?
Yes.
Ms. Hairston?
Yes.
Ms. Byrd?
Yes.
Ms. Matthews-Benson?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Wexler?
Yes.
We have 7 in agreement.
We are now adjourned into executive session.